Before I introduce my guest, I'll just like to quote what William Shakespeare once wrote. What is in the name? Naam mein kya hota hai? But my guest on the show today believes that a name really matters. He is India's foremost authority in numerology and astrology. And he has really predicted many booms. Many of his forecasts are documented on his website, and you can really refer to them in terms of understanding both his accuracy and his efficiency. So Sanjay Bhai, first, best wishes for 2025. Thank you very much for joining us. You're joining us at a time when perhaps everybody wants to know that आने वाला साल बीते साल से better कैसे होगा.
Thank you, Nikunj ji, for the lovely introduction. Or coming back to Shakespeare Sahab, we say lots in a name.
Why do you say that?
While Shakespeare is no more between us, his name at least is. So Sanjay Jumani also worked hard, struggled, and could just barely make two ends meet till I became Sanjay B Jumaani, one B in between my name, one A in my surname, one little change of signature, and within 6 months of doing so, me and my passport have now become little fatter, thicker than my ex-bosses. I quit my struggling sales job of 17 years within months of doing so. So I'll give you so many examples of our first Bollywood title, Kaho Na Pyar Hai, that was brought to my dad's table by his friend Farad Nathani ji, who gave us a break in the industry. Dad said it won't do well, add 2 A's in Na and 2 A's in Pyar, and the rest is history. We were introduced to a bubbly girl called Ekta Kapoor, and you will see her name is not Ekta Kapoor. Google it. It's Ekta has an extra A. There is one R for Ravi and Kapoor. We gave her Kusum with an extra K, Kahani Ghar Ghar Ki with sprinkle of extra ice, and she became the queen of television.
But why does it work? What you're telling me are phenomenal stories where just additional alphabet or changing the permutation and the combination of the spelling, it really changes your fortune. Why
It's
does
the
it work?
energy of the name. Our name carries energies and vibrations, and they need to be in sync with one's date of birth. Like my name added up to 30, and 30 has 1 3 Jupiter and 1 hero and 1 0 beside it. Till 3 points were added and it was brought on 33. And 33 was the title Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge was brought on by another believer, Yash Chopra ji.
So what is energy? How does it work? By
So
changing an alphabet, why does it change?
we bring it from Jupiter to Venus.
Okay.
And Venus blesses with luxury, finance, name, fame, respect, relationship, and many more things. Now, I'll give you a recent example, and you can see the story on Google it. Pushpa was a runaway hit, the first one. But what did the producers make out of it? Because you and me saw it in the pandemic and we saw it at home. While Pushpa ke aage 2 number lag gaya, and Pushpa, which added up to 31, became 33. And we said it will be a super duper blockbuster. So we can, through your name, tell you what your name implies and whether it's good, bad, or ugly. And if there is a change, we try to make the cosmetic change and give you the suggestions.
Okay.
So we bring it on a number which is in harmony with your date of birth.
Okay. So 2025, again, mathematically, numerically, what does that hold for India?
In 2011, we were the ones to say that India from 2022 will be known as सोने की चिड़िया, और वो फेज चलेगा कम से कम 10 साल के लिए जहां इंडिया सोने की चिड़िया कहलाएगी. And to a certain extent that is ringing true, and we are amongst the fastest growing economies in the world. India adds up to 3 Jupiter, or Bharat adds up to 6 Venus, a better form of 6. But that is why renaming India to Bharat, I would suggest the government do it ASAP. So 369 being a family, they have worked wonders for our country. The year 1947 added up to number 3 Jupiter, when we got independence on a 15/6 number date. And 9 Mars, they are one family. So we are currently in our 78th year of independence. 7 plus 8 se aaya fir 6. 2025 gives us 9, which is Mars or Mangal, the red fiery planet that we can see with the naked eye. So Mars is abundance of energy, an energetic number. And in harmony with India's numbers. So that is why even for this year, 2024, we said that while other nations may not do well, I am not worried about India.
So do you expect 2025 to be a better year than 2024 for India?
Definitely, because the conditions were not great this year, the geopolitical conditions, and that was also predicted by us last year. We even pinpointed that Israel can be the villain of the piece because Israel adds up to a number which is not in harmony with 8 number. Palestine adds up to 8, Israel adds up to 15. 15 is not a compatible number with 20248. And that is why we had picked on China, which added up to 15. Do you remember our 2019 prediction about before coronavirus?
Of course, of course. You saw something was coming.
Yes, in 2019, when we had not heard of coronavirus, I had said that China can be the villains of the piece in 2020. Now 9 Mars, like I was telling you, is again energy. Now energy, how these political leaders use is very important. Nuclear energy can take lives, save lives. I think that US can play spoil sport next year. And if US plays spoil sport, then there could be turbulence and that can spread through the world because as we all know, US जब छिकती है तो दुनिया को सर्दी लगती है. So
and
that is what I had.
Regime there also.
Yes, in the beginning of this year also हम लोगों ने कहा था कि end of 2024 से US के वजह से the world economies can suffer.
Okay. So let's talk about the powerful number and how can our viewers really relate to it and how can our viewers use it. So for those who really want to understand and benefit from your wisdom and from your predictions, what should they do and what would be the star number for 2025?
Well, I would say don't be impulsive. 9 number Mars can make us impulsive, rash. We need to avoid rashness, whether it is driving or whether it is our tongue. Many other ways. Take the energy in a positive note. For instance, I'm going to start going to the gym from next year. Of course, I go for a 1 hour walk and I play cricket. That's another thing. But make some resolutions like these.
Okay.
If you ask me about the markets, then the markets would do better than they did this year. We said that इस साल में 1 रुपए की चीज 60 पैसे में भी मिलेगी. And there could be situations where there would be more red lines. And you will agree to me that this year there were more red lines than 2020. In the past 4 years there weren't so many. मगर next year I expect to be better than 2024.
So 2025, 2025 स्टॉक मार्केट के लिए एक अच्छा साल रहेगा.
अच्छा साल होगा और हम लोगों ने लास्ट ईयर कहा था कि 8 नंबर का साल है ये 2024, इसीलिए 2024 ना लिखो और अपॉस्ट्रोफी 24 लिखो क्योंकि 8 नंबर रिप्रेजेंट्स शनि और सैटर्न, द स्लोएस्ट प्लैनेट एंड द लॉर्ड ऑफ ट्रायल्स. नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए मेरी टिप आप लोगों के लिए ये है कि 25 मत लिखो क्योंकि 25 से आपको केतु का नंबर आएगा जो एक साइकिक प्लैनेट है एंड इट्स अ मेंटल प्लैनेट नॉट ऑन द फिजिकल और मटेरियल नोट. सो राइट एज 2025 टू गेट द एनर्जी फ्रॉम मार्स. एंड दोज हु आर born on a 3, 6 or 9 can have a field year. I wish that all of you have a great year. बट आपकी पहली डेट के जोड़ से 3 आएगा जैसे 3rd, 12, 21 और 30 जुपिटर गवर्न. 6 Venus governed are 6th, 15th and 24th born in any month. 9 Mars are 9, 18th and 27th in any month. And then Pisceans are ruled by number 3 Jupiter, Sagittarians number 3 Jupiter, Taurians are ruled by Venus, Librans are ruled by Venus, and Scorpions and Arians are governed by number 9 Mars. So such people are likely to have a field year. Apart from that, your running age also can determine how good or bad your...
So I know that everybody knows the number. Let's talk about other predictions also, which is gold. And you've been on the ball predicting that gold will keep on, appreciating, and gold in a sense has been really shining bright. Will this bull run in gold also continue in 2025?
Again on YouTube, you can see our videos year after year. For the past 8 years, since when the time we have been predicting about gold, we were on the dime about gold. All the years we said that gold will do well. There was just 1 year in 2021 when I remember this dialogue, Sona is saal sota rahega. And that was the only year gold did not perform well. I think that gold will do well. It will not displease the investors, but silver will be the next gold next year. Because I'm expecting manufacturing to do well next year. And we all know that silver is needed in manufacturing, whether it is EV vehicles or whether it is so many other industries. So I think the intake of silver would improve.
What will not do well next year?
People who don't work hard.
So if you have to, let's say just for the benefit of our viewers, start connecting all your predictions for 2025, you expect that 2025 will be a reasonably good year for stock markets?
Yes, I can say that. And there will be, the bars will be green and they won't be red. There will be ups and downs. Of course, stock market always has reds also. Especially the second half, it will be, it should do even better because 2026 will give us number 1, sun, Suryodaya. Sun means new day, new beginning. So we can hope that the next year can be the end of lot of bad things, end of lot of wars. Let's hope better sense prevails with these national leaders.
Okay. Second, you expect gold will do okay, but silver is where the shine would move.
Bet your money at your own risk is what I always tell my viewers. But yes, that's what the numbers tell me.
And I may just want to read this disclosure that whatever we are discussing perhaps is not a recommendation. We are just discussing, Sanjay Bhai's understanding of asset classes and equity markets and India purely based on his study of numbers, colors, trends and cycles.
Perfect. Bitcoin, I had said when it started, adds up to a very good form of 5, Mercury, the planet of speed and communication, 23. So Bitcoin adds up to a very good form of number 5. And if it is to be believed that Satoshi is the main person whose date of birth on internet also shows 5, which said Bitcoin will do well. And especially in the year 2023, the year totaling to 5, 2021. But now I think next year Bitcoin can take a little bit of beating.
What about real estate? Can you gauge real estate में क्या होगा next year?
Manufacturing बढ़ेगा real estate में, bigger homes की जो demand है वो जारी रहेगी, मगर I feel there could be more to chew than one can. There would be more flats available than buyers.
So 2025 will be a year of prosperity.
It will be the end of bad things, like I said, and manufacturing sector I expect to do well.
Apart from manufacturing, anything else?
Defense, 9 number Mars is for defense. It's an aggressive planet, and let's hope the other nations do not use this as an excuse to take the Mars direction in the wrong way. But medicine, pharma sector can do well. IT sector can perform.
What about the overall health of the country, overall health of the world? Do you foresee, and God forbid, any health crisis like you saw one coming in 2019?
I don't think that because of anything of that sort can really hamper or disturb the pattern. I don't think so at all. I have reason to believe that such a thing is not at all expected.
For investors who are watching the show, when they're investing in companies, should they also look at the star sign, the numerology when they're investing in a company? Because when you're investing in a company, either it is the name of the company or the faith of the promoter which will decide the future course of business. If business does well, stock will automatically do well.
To a certain extent, the honcho behind the company, if you can analyze their stars, but not everyone would have that kind of access. And there would be directors, multiple directors. So, like I choose my lucky date to travel.
Okay.
But I can't fight with the air hostess, a pretty air hostess who gives me a number which is not lucky with my number. Even if she is not lucky.
You choose your seat number also when you fly?
If I have an option, to choose a hotel room number, why not?
Okay.
If I have an option to choose a vehicle number, why not? People spend half their lives in a vehicle that they're traveling, whether to work or whether with family. Why not be safe than sorry? Colors play a very important role. Do you know abroad there is a higher insurance premium on black and red vehicles?
Yes. They represent speed and danger.
Because according to them, scientifically, these vehicles are not perhaps easily visible at night.
Yes. Yes.
So don't take it from numerological perspective, take it from their perspective and avoid black and red vehicle. Red is Mars, which is Mangal, which is energy, but don't overdo red. Number 9, Vijay Mallya overdid red with Kingfisher, for instance.
So true. It's really science what we've discussed today and the importance of energy. Like they say that everything in life is energy and the world moves because there is energy, positive energy, negative energy. But the way you've summarized the coming year for us and given us that confidence that at least from your side and based on your understanding of numerology and astrology, it's a green light here. Stay invested. I think this year both we will see the Kripa, if I may use the blessings of Lakshmi and Saraswati. And this is not a year where we should be scared about health. This would be a year of abundance. I think that in a sense is a strong and a firm indication coming from you, and that is something which I'm sure our viewers would really be delighted to hear. So thank you very much. It's the first time I've interacted with you personally. A lot of new things I've learned, and I'm sure viewers would be delighted with whatever you predicted.